Marshmallow is a soft confection made primarily from sugar, water, and air. It is known for its light texture and elastic structure. When pressed, it compresses easily and slowly returns to its original shape. Marshmallows are commonly used in desserts, hot drinks, and baked recipes. They melt over heat, stretch when pulled apart, and feel smooth to the touch. On the surface, they appear uniform and simple. A single marshmallow looks clean and consistent. Its outer layer feels slightly dry, while the inside is airy and flexible. Nothing about it suggests complexity or internal structure. Before examining it more closely, a small portion is carefully separated. The sample is placed onto a microscope slide to preserve its natural form. No additives, no artificial changes. At normal scale, marshmallow appears as a soft, solid mass, but its lightness comes from something happening inside. Now the sample is placed under the microscope. Let's take a closer look at what gives marshmallow its texture and see how this familiar sweet looks at a microscopic level. At 80 times magnification, the marshmallow immediately loses its smooth appearance. Instead of a soft white surface, the field of view fills with countless circular structures. Large rounded bubbles dominate the image. They vary significantly in size. Some are wide and clearly defined, while others appear small and scattered throughout the background. These circles represent trapped air pockets embedded within the sugary structure. Their dark outlines contrast sharply against the lighter interior. Between these bubbles, a dense granular region appears. This darker mass suggests concentrated sugar material that holds the air in place. Even at this early magnification, the marshmallow already reveals that it is not solid at all. It is a foam, a network built around air. At 200 times magnification, the internal structure becomes clearer and more complex. The circular air pockets remain visible, but now the surrounding material appears fragmented. Sharp-edged crystalline shapes begin to emerge within the darker clusters. These irregular, angular fragments are sugar crystals. They vary in size and orientation, forming a dense mosaic around the air bubbles. The contrast between smooth circular voids and sharp crystalline fragments becomes striking. The marshmallow is no longer just soft and airy. It is structured and supported by microscopic sugar frameworks. This level shows how air is trapped inside a semi-solid sugar network rather than floating freely. At 800 times magnification, the crystalline structure becomes far more defined. Individual sugar crystals are now clearly visible. They appear angular, translucent, and layered, reflecting light differently along their edges. Some crystals overlap or cluster together, forming compact regions of solid structure. Between them, dark circular air pockets remain suspended. The air bubbles now look smoother and more isolated. Their boundaries are sharply defined against the crystalline surroundings. At this scale, the marshmallow looks less like candy and more like a fragile architectural system. A balance between rigid crystals and trapped air. This delicate interaction is what gives marshmallow its elastic texture. At 2,000 times magnification, the structure becomes almost abstract. Large air bubbles appear as dark, perfectly rounded forms with bright reflective edges. Their smooth curvature contrasts dramatically with the jagged sugar crystals surrounding them. The crystalline fragments now look like broken glass, sharp, irregular, and densely packed. Their edges refract light in multiple directions, creating shimmering patterns. The once simple sweet reveals itself as a complex foam system. Air pockets suspended within a rigid sugar matrix. elasticity supported by microscopic architecture. Nothing here resembles the soft candy we hold in our hands. Looking this closely changes how ordinary foods feel. What seems simple is actually structured. What seems smooth is built from air and crystal. If this hidden structure surprises you, leave a comment with what you'd like to see next under the microscope, and subscribe to the channel to keep exploring the unseen world inside everyday objects.